Question number 20 on the reading portion of College Board Test 4. According to chart 2, the years 2000 to 2010 were characterized by. According to chart 2, the years 2000 to 2010. And notice this little chart, it's the little white bar. So what is this chart telling us? Growth rates by metro size. So it's talking about the type of metropolitan area and the growth of the metropolitan areas. So in 2010, 2000 to 2010, these are the numbers. We know that these are going to be the ones that we care about, but beyond that, let's just read the answer choices and see, is this correct, is this not correct, based on the chart. According to chart 2, the years 2000 and 2010 were characterized by less growth in metropolitan areas of all sizes than had taken place in 1990s. Less growth in metropolitan areas of all sizes than had taken place in 1990s. Well, 1990s, well, that is true, because 1990s are these guys, and they're growing at 14.3, 13.1, and 9% respectively for large, small, and non. And in 2000, 2010, it's 10.9 to 14.3, 10.3 to 13.1, and 4.5 to the 9. So it is, in 2000, 2010, there was less growth because the numbers of growth, the magnitude of growth is smaller. What about B? The years 2000 to 2010 were characterized by more growth in small metropolitan areas than in large metropolitan areas. In 2000, 2010, there was more growth in small than large. Small than large. No, it's not true. There's actually less growth in small than large, by 0.6%. So that's just fundamentally incorrect. What about C? The years 2000 to 2010 were characterized by a significant decline in the population of small metropolitan areas. Well, that's not possible because we're growing every year. So if we're growing every year, we're not losing population. Net, like the net result is we're still growing. Whether or not demographic inversion is happening, we can't tell from these numbers. But we just know everything's growing, just to different degrees. So a significant decline in the population of small metropolitan areas compared to the 80s, I don't know that. If anything, if we're growing small metro 8.8 to 13.1 to 10.3, we have way more people in 2000 to 2010 than we did in 1980 to 1990. Way more. And furthermore, we don't know anything about the sizes of how many people are in these cities. Just because it says larger than 500,000, we don't know if that means 5 million, 10 million, 500,000. And similarly with small metro, what does that mean? Is it 500,000? Is it 100,000? Is it 40,000? I don't know how many people are in these places and whether or not the population declined. Because all I see is growth. So I'm not liking C. What about D? This is a tough one in terms of dissecting the minutia of the chart. D. According to chart 2, the years 2000 and 2010 were characterized by roughly equal growth in large metropolitan areas and non-metropolitan areas. No, that's not true. The large metro grew at 10.9%, non-metro grew at 4.5%. They're not roughly equal. One is double the other. So that leads us to believe, just like we thought in the beginning when we looked at A, and we're like, yeah, that's true. In 2000, 2010, there was less growth in metropolitan areas of all sizes than in the 90s. Because compared to every single one from the 90s, the growth is smaller. The answer to number 20 is going to be A.